Hello everybody. Today we're going to learn how to build the Gilgamesh.
思考の美にひれ伏すのは当然のことよ。
First off, we're going to start off with team comps. These are some you can use. This is the one I'm currently using, but you can use someone like Hu Hao, Wout, Ashfell, Blade, RMC, Saber, Wout. They're all pretty good characters for Gilgamesh because they kind of have like a fast ult build up time, and they're not considerably hard to build, in my opinion. So we're going to start off with Lightcones. For Lightcones, you can either use Finons, and I am using Finons that is S2 for the increase of speed and when dealing damaging or 22% of the target's defense, and while holding Blazing Sun, increase the ward's damage dealt by 78%. I mean, if you want to read the rest of that, you can, but this allows Gilgamesh to have a little more action in the battle. Also, because of the high base attack at 687, if you have a good build, you can get like around 4.5k attack with Gilgamesh. But you're also going to want near 100 crit rate, just like Archer. But Archer needs it. Well, Gilgamesh is a destruction unit, so you have got multi-target. And your crit damage, it went higher than what mine's at. I have only 125 because you get a lot from this kit. Also, you can use Saber's Lightcone. Saber's Lightcone's a really good option. Or on the fall of an Aeon. Or Gilgamesh's Signature. Because they are all really, really good. Now for his kit, you're going to notice he has a lot of attack and crit rate increases along with lightning. This will give you, I'm pretty sure lightning gives you a total of some 8%, I don't know. And we're going to start off with Hegemon's Strife, or Hegemon's. While Gilgamesh is on the field, increase all allied targets' attack by 20% and crit damage by 20%. If the target max energy exceeds 140, for every 1 excess point of max energy, additionally increase attack and crit damage by 1%, up to a maximum additional increase of 100%. So what this means is, like, he kind of buffs your whole team and buffs himself. If you understand what I'm saying. And for his basic, you don't need to upgrade that. It's really useless. But we have Hero's Haunter. During the current battle, for every 1 point of interest gained by Gilgamesh increases crit damage by 25%. This effect can stack up to 6 times. If you want to do the math, that's a lot of crit damage. Okay. Epic's Opening. When Gilgamesh uses ultimate, gains 2 interest. When other ally characters use ultimate, Gilgamesh additionally gains 2 interest and additionally regenerates a fixed amount of energy equal to 30% of the energy consumed this time. Now you're going to start off as talent. When Gilgamesh uses their ultimate, it gains King's Burden, which increases ultimate damage dealt by 37%, lasting for 3 turns. It would be 40% if the trace was maxed out. But this is the joint follow-up attack of Saber exclusively. The joint follow-up attack dealing lightning damage equal to 375% of Gilgamesh's attack and Saber's own 560% of her attack. All enemies respectively. So if you want to combine that, you will get like a bunch of, I don't know how HSR math works, but yeah. Then Gilgamesh gains 3 interest. Saber regenerates a fixed amount of 120 energy, and the next time she uses ultimate, the damage dealt by damage increases to 100%, 90% of the original damage. Yeah, and the attack tally resets. And the attack tally is gonna be 8. For Gilgamesh's, like, ultimate, which is gonna be where all of his damage comes from. It deals lightning damage equal to 400% of Gilgamesh's attack to all enemies and additionally increase 10 instances of damage, with each instance doing lightning damage equal to 100% of Gilgamesh's attack to one random enemy. So yeah, you're going to want a lot of attack. And then we have the Gate of Babylon. Gains King Acknowledgement after using this to ignore 30% of the target's defense when dealing damage lasting for 3 turns. Sorry. Damage lasting for 3 turns deals lightning damage equal to 280% of Gilgamesh's attack to one designated enemy and deals lightning damage equal to 140% of Gilgamesh's attack to adjacent enemy targets. Then we have Enkidu. It's just his impair and stuff. It helps out. Relics. I have him running on the as Navigator IC sees it. But these are my rolls on his set. But like I said before, you're going to want a lot of attack. Like at least above 4k in my opinion. You're going to want 3.9 to 4.2k attack in my opinion. Because Gilgamesh kind of relies on his attack to do damage. Then we have Scholar Lost in Erudition. This set increases the crit rate by 8%, increased damage dealt by skill and ult by 20 after using ult, and additionally increases damage dealt by the next skill by 25%. What this set does, let me go see. For the 2-piece, you get an increase of 12% for attack. When the wearer enters combat or uses skill, the damage dealt by the wearer, their skill and ultimate increase up to 18%, stacking up to 3 times. At the start of the wearer's turn, or after using ultimate, removes 1 stack of this effect. Actually, this set is really good because you're not using Gilgamesh as a main DPS at all. If you want to use Gilgamesh as a main DPS, you're going to want to use Scholar of Erudition. Or you can try using this set. I don't know. Okay, Cosmic Life Sciences Institute. When entering combat, the wearer's max energy is greater than or equal to 200 for every 1 access point, increases the wearer's damage by 2%, up to the max increase of 32%. This set is actually work really well with Saber, because she has a 360 energy cost, just like Gilgamesh. And for Eidolons, his E1 is really good, as when Gilgamesh holds King Acknowledgement, its defense ignoring effect also applies to other teammates, and King Acknowledgement additionally increases Gilgamesh's attack by 60% when using skill. Additionally, it regenerates a fixed 40 energy. And that's just really good for team-wide comps and himself. For the E2, when entering combat, Gilgamesh gains 5 interest. When using ultimate, additionally gain 5 interest. The damage multiplier of the skill Gate of Babylon against the primary target increased the against the primary target increased by 100%, and its damage multiplier against adjacent targets by 50%. Journey that spanned far, you get a plus increase to your skill and basic attack. For E4, this is really good in my opinion, because you get an extra. Gilgamesh's energy increases by 20. Energy regeneration rate increases by 20%, which is going to be helpful for ults. And his E5, obviously ultimate level up by 2. Then that. For his E6, increase the bounce damage multiplier of the ultimate Enima Elish by 80% while Gilgamesh is on the field. Increase allied targets alt-type res pen by 20% when a teammate uses ultimate. Gilgamesh gains 1 point of golden rule, up to a total of 3 points. When this unit uses ultimate, it consumes all golden rule points, and each point of golden rule consumed increases crit damage for the ultimate dealt by 100%. Hot damn, is that good. But that should be all. I'm pretty sure I already explained what team comp she should be in, but Gilgamesh works best with Saber. Or someone like Hyacinth, because she has a fast build-up time, and you need a lot of speed for Hyacinth. A lot of speed. In RMC, you can actually advance Saber for her crit rate. Oh. But that is all for the builds, and everything else. So, consider liking and subscribing, because it would help out a lot. I'm not poor or anything, but I just want to get into YouTube and all. But that's all I ask. Consider liking and subscribing. And bye-bye.